Hello guys, my name is Carlos and welcome to SciTech. Today we have another tech comparison video. I'm gonna be showing you guys a comparison between these two phones, the Xperia X and the Xperia Z5. These are two incredibly similar phones, but they have some small differences, but they have a really different price on them. So I want to talk about the features and see if this phone is actually worth it and if this phone is a good contender to the Xperia Z5. So let's start first with the release date. The Xperia X came out on February of 2016. It means 1.5 years ago. The Xperia Z5 came out on October 2015. So this is a older phone. Let's take that into consideration. So let's talk about the dimensions. The Xperia X features 5.63 inches by 2.72 inches and a 0.3 inch thick. On the other hand, the Xperia X features a 5.75 by 2.83 inches and it has a thickness of 0.29 inches. Talking about weight, both phones are pretty lightweight. When you have them in your hand, you can feel that the Xperia X it's just a little bit more heavy, but when you look at the specs, the Xperia Z5 it's actually heavier than the Xperia X. Maybe because of the dimensions of the Xperia Z5, the weight is better distributed around the phone. They both have LCD touchscreen display, but the Xperia X has a 5-inch display, while the Xperia Z5 has a little bit bigger screen of 5.2 inches. They both have Full HD 1080p resolution, but the Xperia Z5 has more pixel per inches than the Xperia X. The operating system on the Xperia X, it comes with the Marshmallow Android operating system, and the Xperia Z5 comes with the Lollipop version of the Android operating system, but they are both upgradable to the Nougat new software. The CPU on the Xperia X is a Hexa-core Snapdragon 620, while the Xperia Z5 has an octa-core Snapdragon 810, meaning that the Xperia Z5 it's gonna be a little bit faster than the Xperia X. So everyone knows that storage is very important when we talk about a phone. The Xperia X comes with 32 or 66 gigabytes of internal memory storage, while the Xperia Z5 has only the option of 32 gigabytes unless you upgrade to Xperia Z5 Premium. They both have a rear camera of 23 megapixels, but the front camera is different. The Xperia X has 13 megapixels and the Xperia Z5 has only 5. So if you're a fan of selfies, you might want to take that into consideration. And talking about the camera quality, I'm gonna show you guys some pictures taken with both of the phones so you guys can have a better look at the difference between the two cameras. Battery life on both phones are pretty decent. The Xperia X has 2620 milliamperes, while the Xperia Z5 has 2900 milliamperes. These can give you up to 6 or 7 hours of use depending on which applications and how much you use it. So overall, I think both phones have very similar features and specs. The major difference between these two, I would say, is the processor capacity and the size. And of course, the camera and expandability on the Xperia X are a total win. And I don't really know. I believe that Sony realized that they could make a phone almost the same but more compact, which means that you will have to sacrifice some stuff like having a less powerful processor and maybe the size. One important feature that I almost forgot to say, the Xperia X is capable of fingerprint scanning. The Xperia X can be unlocked with your fingerprint, which is a very cool feature that the Xperia Z5 doesn't have. I want to send huge thanks to BSC Store and MoKo for sending these cases in. This is for the Xperia Z5 and this is for the Xperia X. I've been using these cases for a couple of days and I'm really loving them. This one, it's for my personal phone. The Xperia X was for my girlfriend, so she got just the regular silicone and plastic case. Let me show you guys how it looks. Not so special, but I mean, it protects very well. So if you don't really like fancy cases, you might want to check this one. This one is for the Xperia Z5. Here you guys can look at it. I think it's a pretty nice case. It goes with my whole red and black theme, and that's why I picked it up. I really like it. I've been using it for like 3 days, and I picked this one up because I'm a very messy person when it comes to phones, and I drop it like once a day for sure, and I wanted something that it's resistant. Yeah, like if it falls, I'm very scared that it will break or something, so I decided to go with something strong. It has the normal silicone and then the plastic shell on top. Yeah, it also comes with this cool feature that you can open it and watch all your videos with it. One of the things that is funny about this case is that it comes with this hard shell that you can put on the screen of your phone and carry it around. I always said that if you have one of these, it's either because you are over 30 years old or you have a kid. So guys, that was it for the video of today. I hope you guys like it. If you did, please drop a like. If you didn't like, you can dislike as well. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe. Huge thanks again to BSC store for sending this in. I'm gonna be linking all the products that you see here on my description down below. And if you have anything to say, leave a comment on the comment section, and see you guys on the next time. I totally look like a dad.